Well, good morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. It is another beautiful day the good Lord has given us today. It's a foggy, you can only see maybe a tenth of a mile at the moment. So yeah, it's not a fun day to be driving. Actually, I'm pretty lucky. I got in here about 4 o'clock this morning, and I don't deliver until 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. About 10 miles down the road here, peace. So life is good. I got some good news and I got some bad news. That's kind of bright on me, isn't it? I wonder if I can bend that down a little bit. That's a little bit better. Now it's coming from the other way. Anyway, good news is I'm back in my truck. Bad news is now I got to put everything back together again. Every time you get out of a truck and get into another truck, it's like moving. Reminds me of that George Carlin routine he does about your stuff and my stuff. And talks about you have to have a house to put all your stuff. And then when you go over to a friend's house, you have to take a small portion of your stuff with you. Anyway, y'all probably know the routine. So when you're getting into a loaner truck, you're not going to empty everything out of your house. You're only going to take what you need for the amount of time that you're going to be in the loaner truck. Now, when my truck went down what was it? Just a couple days before Christmas. Dropped a U-joint. Dropped a drive shaft. Ding. Not while stay. Don't be doing that while we're on camera. Anyway. That's bing. This here's the bang. Yeah, I got 2 of them with me in the truck. Yep. Good girls, my traveling buddies, man. Go ahead, Bing, get back up there. Go on. My traveling buddies. But anyway, what I was getting back to, my truck went down right before Christmas. I had to go in the shop. I only expected to be out of my truck maybe a week tops, I figured. Well, I got my truck back last night. What is it, the 21st? So I was out of my truck for almost a month. Living out of a bag with just essentials for a month sucks. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But there's another small little lesson to be learned in this process. When you live in a sleeper truck and you got a refrigerator, if you ever leave your truck, gonna put it in the shop, no matter what, you don't know if you're gonna be out of that truck 1 day, 2 days, a week, a month. You just don't know. Let me give you a little tip. Before you leave your truck anywhere, clean out the refrigerator. Oh my God. I had a couple dozen eggs in there. I had some meat in the freezer. Had a half gallon of milk. Had some veggies and perishables. So it's a refrigerator, right? Can you imagine what that's like being in a refrigerator for a month with no power? Now, when I picked up the truck, they warned me, so I didn't even open up the refrigerator. I got all my stuff in the truck and got on down the road. I knew I was going to be sitting here for most of the day today, so today is house cleaning day. I'm going to put everything up, put everything back to where it belongs. It's house cleaning day, what can I say? But I didn't open that refrigerator because I knew it was going to be bad. It wasn't near as bad as I thought. I just took the first load of trash out of the refrigerator to the dumpster. It wasn't that bad. I was figuring that I was going to have to fumigate the whole truck. The other thing, somehow or another, when I was hooking up the CB, I blew the fuse in the CB, so I've got to fix that today. I had Christmas lights hung around my windshield for Christmas. And of course my truck goes down a couple days before Christmas, so I didn't even have my Christmas lights on Christmas. Oh, woe is me. Anyway, it's been a tough month living out of a loaner truck. Actually, I was in 2 different trucks. Y'all probably saw the video of truck 1666. Dropped that off to another old boy last night when I picked up my truck. He didn't like the number either. He drove it. We talked to each other back and forth. He had been up since about 4 o'clock the previous morning. He was falling on his face. That's where drivers help each other out. You know, I knew he was tired. I knew he was falling on his face, and he still had about another 3 or 4 hours that he needed to drive to get down to, where was he going? Down to Springfield. But anyway, I knew he was dead on his face, tired, so I waited till we both got on the road for about an hour. I was taking 90 going east over to 69, then going south. He was taking 90 east and going south on 65. So I followed him and stuff for a little while, and then he took off south on 65. I let him run for about 45 minutes or so. Then I gave him a phone call. So we chit-chatted on the phone for about an hour, and he was dog-ass tired. He was saying that he had to get there. You know, he had some problems that he had to take care of at home. You know, heater was out or hot water tank. I don't know what it was. But he was in a hurry to get home. When we talked about it, I said, dude, it's not worth it trying to drive straight through. And he was telling me that he didn't think he was going to make it. So I convinced him to, and he convinced himself, you know. I said, you know, you don't have to crawl back here in the bunk and sleep 8-10 hours like you want to. If you just slept 2 hours, you'd be refreshed enough so that you could drive the last 2 or 3 hours into the house. We talked about it, and that come up with a good plan. But he was afraid his alarms and stuff wouldn't wake him up. I said, well, don't worry about it, brother. I'm driving for at least another 2.5 hours. So I tell you what, find you a place where you can get some rest and get some sleep. You know, if you have to grab an off-ramp. But anyway, grab anything that you can right now. Sleep for 2 hours. And then when I shut down, I will call you to make sure you're awake. So sure enough, I got in here about 4 o'clock this morning. I called him, so he had about a 2.5 hour rest, woke him up. I'm sure he got the rest of the way home just fine. That's what we do, guys. We look after each other. We're all doing the same thing out here, man. It's nice to know that somebody else has got your back. Really didn't have a whole lot to say today. House cleaning day. I guess there's 2 tips in this video. Clean out your refrigerator before you get out of the truck. And don't drive when you're too tired to drive. Our 2 tips for the day. By the way, this is the Bangers, the Banger dog, and that's the Bean. The Bean and the Bang. Look at me like I'm stupid. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a great day. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.